How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have X Antibody being played by myself, going up against Gaiomon. We don't open up a rookie, but the boy Koda can definitely pick one up. So I'd say it's still a pretty decent start. This is my current X Antibody build. I'm still testing it out, trying to figure it out. I know that a lot of people are going into like the Dex, line, and people love the new BT9 Alphamon, but my build is a bit more old school. I still like a lot of the old stuff that we played, and I prefer the BT6 Alphamon over the new one. That said though, we are now just throwing full Alphamons, no more Dorugramon or anything like that, and we have the Oryukin, so we definitely want to have Alphamons and the Oryu underneath, right? So we're gonna start building. We have the Doru, and then gonna set up the UG. I say it's a pretty solid start. So again, I whiffed on rookie, but really amazing setup, right? We were able to go into a level 4, set up both our tamers that we need. For our opponent as well, he just setting up as well. Gonna play the Agumon. So you see he's playing the red base. There's definitely different ways to play the Blackrock Gaiomon build. You can actually pick up both the Gaio and the Blackrock Gaiomon because Gaiomon is the Dragon King, right? Middle Greymon. Now the Middle Greymon is pretty expensive. So if he doesn't have like a Maki or a Memory Boost, I feel like it's gonna be a bit difficult for him. He's gonna set up a Cool Boy. I don't know how much value you can get out of Cool Boy in a deck like this though, right? But it's interesting to see people try stuff out. So we're gonna promote, gain a memory, and draw in 1. Meaning that I feel like this is an okay turn for us to, go into shenanigans. We go into the Duck, and then we can swing and use the UG to get a cheaper Digivolution, as well as getting, card draw and memory gain from the Dorumon. But depends on what is in our hand, right? We might not have the perfect pieces. The BT6 Alphamon here would be absurd, obviously, but I might not have that. We go Dorgray, gain 1, draw 1. And then I think I was hoping to draw into the Alphamon, but I don't think we did, right? So instead we're going to be Digivolving into something, hopefully. Digivolve into the Oryu just to get the pop on the Agumon, right? Not amazing, but good enough. We can put a Dorumon to get 1 more memory to still at least continue our turns, and it is 2 checks of security. Gonna just be set up another UG, and we have Reboot. So a pretty solid start, right? I like this play because we know he has Middle Greymon, and it's like if you also come out into the Middle Greymon, it's gonna pass turn, and while it answers my level 6, it just gives me a huge stack to work with anyway, right? So I feel like this is a pretty good setup. This is a match where we're both just setting up, but because of the speed of the UG and the Dorumon, I feel like we're able to get quite a bit ahead. We both have to hard play Tamers, but I did not have to hard play a rookie. Yeah, so he gets to Digivolve the Oryu with the Middle Gray. When we go back to 3, now I do have the Alphamon, and with the Alphamon and this monster stack, we're definitely going to be going for game. I like the BT6 Alphamon because of the plays that she enables. We can pay DP to ensure that we don't die to security like the other Alphamon that's just 11k. As you see, we get so many swings, everything survives, and then we get memory for the Grumble after. So I personally still love the BT6 Alphamon. A pretty clean game there. You can just see, the power of the extended body. Nothing too crazy, but just making the best of what we have. We also have a new Dorumon, which I think is amazing. It helps the deck a lot. Just having another rookie that is extended body goes a long way. Helps with really all your effects. And although he doesn't have an inheritable, you can still put him under your stack if you need to. We're gonna once again open with a Koda, and this time we had a rookie, so a pretty solid start. Our opponent does not have a rookie, which is kind of sad. And in this case, the Black Agumon really hurts him, right? Because like usually if you don't have a rookie and you have a Memory Boost, you're okay. You can play your Memory Boost and pick up your rookie. In this case, the Memory Boost reveals a rookie, but because it is Black Agumon, he can't take it, which I think just hurts him quite a bit. We're gonna just keep continuing our setup. Gonna Digimon him to a champion and then set up the UG to Memory Check him to 1. He used the Memory Boost, but just has to hard pass to the Middle Greymon anyway, so kind of a bit of a waste, right? We go Dorgray, can use the effect to get protection against DP reduction effects, make sure that if he has a Gaiomon or something like that, we'll be okay. We have the Alphamon, but I don't have anything in the trash, so we actually can't use the effect. I did not realize that the Alphamon has to go from the trash, but it's good to know, right? So the Alphamon in this case would be roll by 1, which would not be a bad effect at all. We still have an Alphamon that could put a lot of work with a pretty big stack and a UG setup, so I think it's okay. We're gonna go into the Metal Gray X, get the effect, getting +1 security, which is pretty scary stuff for sure. Looks like he's reading over the Gaiomon. He does have the middle Greymon, which will allow him to attack my stack. So it's a pretty strong play, right? We went to a level 6, but I did a small misplay, and we weren't able to get immediate value out of it. So now he's able to swing at it, clearing the whole stack, and he gets reboot. He misses the, security check was gonna pierce him, but I think it's more than okay, right? So we have to once again start the build from scratch. And in this case, we're gonna go with a black memory boost to just find the pieces that we need. There we see an Alphamon. See if we need another rookie. Looks like we take the 4, meaning that we already have Alphamons in hand, right? So the Gaio has, +1 check. It doesn't have block or anything like that, but it was able to enter my stack, which is a big deal, right? Having Blitz is always powerful. Gonna be swinging for 2 checks, is going to survive. At 13k, it doesn't really die to anything that's not the Oryuken, right? Looks like he still doesn't have a rookie after all that, which is definitely sad. So we're gonna just be hard playing the Greymon to at least set up a second stack in the future. We get some memory from the Yuji, and we need to be careful here because if I don't answer the Gaiomon, he can always just punch over my stack, right? So definitely need to be very, very careful. Also, he has the Greymon inheritable, so if I try to delete it with Oryuken, he can actually save himself, which is a big deal. We're gonna go into the Yuji. Now we can't go into the Alphamon for 2. Hit into a delicate plan. We get 2 memory and the restand. Alphamon is free to swing again and gain 2 more memory. You can see why I prefer the BT6 Alphamon. I feel like she just enables the craziest plays. Being able to gain 4 memory out of nowhere, and especially now because you can go into a level 7 for 3 potentially, and then gain a bunch of more memory after. It's really crazy the type of turns that you can take Aztecs on their body, and I feel like the BT6 Alphamon is a huge part of that. The other reason I prefer is because, with her effect you can pay to gain DP, which saves you from security when you're swinging for so many checks. The other Alphamon is just 11k. You can make her 12 with the Doru, but it just doesn't feel like it's big enough. So we can swing, get some extra memory. Gonna go into level 7, as I said here. Now we have to attempt to pop the Gaia and he can save himself. So definitely less than ideal, but at least the Oryuken is 16k, means that we'll likely just be safe. We're gonna hard play our rookie to find our pieces, pick it up on our Orymon, and then end of turn we can send the Alphamon to the bottom of the deck to only memory choke him to 1. We could send a bunch more sources and continue our turn, but I think it's fine to just memory choke. I think it's nothing not too crazy. I believe we have blocker, so it's like you don't want to swing, we just block that, right? The X antibody stack is actually too big. We're in a pretty good spot. Definitely got a ton of value to the Alphamon. He's gonna be able to digivolve my Oryuken though and kill my rookie, and because I send my Alphamon to the bottom, we actually are not gonna get a level 6. So maybe a slight misplay in hindsight, right? We could have made it so that if he had the digivolve, we'd still have Alphamon left over to go for game. Definitely something to think about in the future. The Metal Greymon Digivolve, definitely a really, really strong effect, but after all this time, he still has not been able to find a rookie, and with our big blocker, we could slow down the Gaiomon from swinging for an extra 2 checks. Plus, you can see the Greymon X inheritable actually putting in so much work. We're playing a Doru, which just means we're looking for pieces, right? Perhaps trying to find another level 6. Gonna use the memory boost. I believe we have at least a Doru on the stack, right? So we should be good memory wise, but I definitely want to just memory choke him. We're gonna tap the Yuji to put in something. Okay, Doru, yeah, for extra memory gain and card draw, and then we can use the effect to go into the Oryu, meaning that we don't have an Alphamon, sadly. We can use this effect to try and pop something, just get the extra 1000 to ensure that we're gonna be a huge blocker for next turn. Then just gonna go into a level 4 to memory choke him to 1. We have reboot and blocker, and I believe our stack is 15k, so nothing that his dudes could swing at. He does have a rookie, but with no tamer, we've done a great job of memory choking him. And although he's just had the level 6 sitting there, could be checking 2 checks with 13k. Because we have blockers that are bigger than that, he's just unable to swing, right? Could go into a Black Rock Ray and clear the Coda or the tamer and the rookie, which is okay, right? It's not the worst. In this case, him not having a stack with extra DP or like a hero to work with is actually, I think, hurting him quite a bit, right? Like he's got good level 6s, but just doesn't have enough DP on them. Goodbye Yuji, goodbye rookie. But we can hard drop another Yuji and still use the effect. We can swing, tap in the Yuji, put in the Door of Grave for extra checks. We're gonna be getting memory, card draw, getting the extra DP and deletion protection from the Oryu, which is pretty good. Now the Doru can't swing for game because the black or gray is a blocker, but we're still in such a good spot that, you know, I'm not particularly scared of anything at this point. Gonna go into a Gaiomon here, which I'm testing out. They can pick up the Alphamon and put the Oryu on the stack. Actually pretty crazy. Like, how good was that the Gaiomon? I'm still only just trying it out, but I feel like it definitely has some merit and could be a good one. Like, my top end is so many Alphamons, right? So we once again memory choke him. We have the huge 15k blocker, and he just doesn't have an answer to it. That's actually gonna be the game. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching.